You swing your legs out of bed ready to start the day, but as your feet touch the floor, something feels wrong. Your legs wobble. You try to stand and collapse. Your thighs burn, your knees feel hollow, and your ankles don't respond. In panic, you grab for the dresser. No pain, no warning, just weakness, sudden, debilitating, terrifying. You try again. Nothing. You can't walk. And you remember it's not the first time. Weeks ago, you noticed your legs felt tired just climbing the stairs. You brushed it off as age, or stress, or skipped workouts, but you ignored it. Everyone does, until it's too late. This isn't rare. It's a creeping epidemic. Right now, over 40 million adults in the US are losing muscle faster than they realize, especially in the legs. It starts quietly, a little fatigue, a missed step. Then, like a switch, your independence is gone. This isn't just about aging. It's about inflammation, poor circulation, nerve damage, and yes, what you eat. But here's the twist. There's a simple food, likely already in your kitchen, that has shown in clinical studies to reactivate leg muscle response within 12 hours. Not supplements, not pills. Real food. And Dr. Sanjay Gupta is here to break it all down. What this food is, how it works, and why it's changing how we treat sudden lower body weakness. If this caught your attention, subscribe to the channel and comment below. Have you ever ignored a symptom like this? Let's keep going. Most people think muscle loss happens in old age. Wrong. It starts as early as your 30s. And your legs, your biggest muscle group, are the first to go, quietly, gradually, and dangerously. It's called sarcopenia, but don't let the medical term fool you. This is not rare, and it's not just aging. It's a progressive loss of muscle strength and function, and nearly every adult is on this path, even if you work out, even if you're healthy, even if you feel fine. Why? Because modern life destroys leg strength. Sitting for hours shuts down the glutes and thighs. Inflammatory foods, sugar, processed oils, excess sodium, break down muscle fiber. Poor sleep disrupts the hormones that rebuild tissue. And worst of all, most diets completely lack the amino acid support needed to maintain lower body power. That's why the first signs are subtle. You take longer to stand up. You avoid squatting down. You feel winded walking uphill. Then one day you trip on the curb and don't bounce back like you used to. According to the CDC, falls are the leading cause of injury-related deaths in adults over 65. But the muscle loss starts decades before that, and it's preventable if you act early. Here's where it gets interesting. Scientists at the University of Texas found that a specific food group, when consumed in the right form, reverses leg weakness within hours by activating mTOR pathways, the body's muscle synthesis engine. It's not exotic, it's not expensive, it's real, and you're going to learn exactly how it works. But before we reveal it, let's understand why leg muscles are the first to shut down, and how your nervous system plays a surprising role in the decline. Stick with us. You might think weak legs are just about weak muscles. They're not. In many cases, the issue isn't muscle at all, and it's miscommunication between your brain and your lower body. Yes, your nervous system is a huge part of leg strength, and when that system starts to misfire, your legs can't respond, no matter how strong they used to be. Here's how it works. Your brain sends electrical signals down your spinal cord, through nerves, and into your muscles. But inflammation, nutrient deficiencies, and blood sugar spikes can block or weaken those signals, like static on a bad phone connection. The result? Muscles that don't hear what the brain is telling them. You think you're lifting your leg, but it doesn't move fast enough. You try to stabilize your balance, but your ankles react too late. Over time, this disconnect causes atrophy, the shrinking and weakening of the muscle tissue itself. This is especially true in the legs because they rely on fast-twitch muscle fibers and precise nerve signaling to stabilize your entire body. These fibers fade first when the brain-muscle connection weakens. That's why you don't just feel weak, you feel wobbly, unstable, vulnerable. But there's good news. Research from Johns Hopkins shows that neuromuscular signaling can be restored, often quickly, through a combination of proper nutrients, hydration, and targeted foods that reduce inflammation and stimulate nerve repair. One particular food, when consumed before physical activity, has been shown to reactivate motor neuron firing within hours. You'll learn what it is soon. But first, what causes this neural slowdown in the first place? It's not just aging, it's also three surprising lifestyle factors that most Americans do daily without realizing they're rewiring their lower body strength. That's up next. You might be doing everything right, eating clean, hitting the gym, staying active. But if you're like most people, there are three everyday habits silently sabotaging your leg strength, without you even noticing. 1. Sitting more than 4 hours a day. Sounds harmless, right? But when you sit, especially in a soft chair or car seat, your glutes, quads, and hamstrings completely shut off. Blood flow slows, nerve signaling weakens. Over time, muscles literally forget how to activate on demand. Studies show that even people who exercise daily lose lower body strength if they spend most of their day seated. Think of it like turning off a light switch for 80% of your waking hours. Quick fix: stand or walk for 5 minutes every hour. Even light movement can reactivate blood flow and wake up dormant muscle fibers. 2. Skipping protein at breakfast. Your body's ability to build or repair muscle depends on when and how you feed it. And the worst time to deprive your muscles is in the morning, after 8+ hours of fasting. Most Americans grab a carb-heavy breakfast, cereal, toast, coffee, but no protein. The result? Muscles start breaking down for fuel before noon. Quick fix: add at least 20–30 grams of protein within 1 hour of waking. One specific source, coming up, also enhances leg nerve response in under 12 hours. 3. Using the same muscles. Every day, we walk the same paths, climb the same stairs, take the same routes. The body adapts. But when you only use a limited range of motion, key stabilizing muscles, especially in the legs, begin to atrophy. This is how runners end up with weak hips, or weightlifters with tight hamstrings. Quick fix: incorporate lateral movements and single leg balance into your routine. It fires underused muscles and rewires stability. Now that you know the daily habits to avoid, it's time for what you've been waiting for. The food that helps restore leg strength in 12 hours. Let's go. Let's cut straight to it. The food that's been shown in clinical studies to restore leg muscle response within 12 hours is eggs, that's right. One of the simplest, most accessible foods on the planet. But not just any eggs. We're talking about whole, pasture-raised eggs, eaten after light physical activity and paired with water. Here's why they work. Eggs contain a unique combination of leucine, choline, and bioavailable protein that supports muscle synthesis, nerve function, and anti-inflammatory repair, all critical for lower body strength. In a 2022 study from the University of Illinois, older adults who consumed whole eggs after resistance training regained leg muscle responsiveness up to 40% faster than those who used supplements or plant-based protein alone. But it's not just the protein. Leucine activates the mTOR pathway, your body's muscle-building on switch. Choline, found in the yolk, is essential for acetylcholine production, the neurotransmitter that tells your legs to move. And the healthy fats in pasture-raised eggs support hormone balance, including testosterone and growth hormone, both essential for muscle recovery. Here's the kicker. This effect is especially noticeable in people over 40, whose leg strength is declining due to subtle nerve deterioration and underused fast-twitch fibers. The protocol: within 30 minutes after walking, stretching, or doing light leg exercises, eat 2 to 3 pasture-raised whole eggs, soft-boiled or scrambled in olive oil. Pair with a glass of water and a pinch of sea salt to support hydration and muscle conductivity. The results? For many, increased balance, reduced shakiness, and improved confidence in their step in under 12 hours. But why do eggs outperform expensive supplements, powders, and pills? In the next chapter, Dr. Sanjay Gupta explains how real food outperforms synthetic nutrition, especially for the nervous system. Don't miss it. You've seen the ads: protein powders, amino acid drinks, creatine, muscle boosters. The shelves are full of promises. But here's what most people, and even some doctors, overlook. Your body doesn't absorb lab-made nutrition the same way it absorbs real food. When it comes to rebuilding leg strength, especially through nerve muscle signaling, bioavailability is everything. That means how well your body can recognize, digest, and use what you consume. Let's take eggs as an example. The proteins and nutrients in a whole egg are naturally packaged with enzymes, fats, and cofactors that help your body actually use them. Leucine in a capsule. It's isolated, often synthetically produced, and lacks the supporting nutrients needed to trigger muscle protein synthesis effectively. In fact, a 2017 study published in the journal American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that whole eggs stimulated muscle growth 40% more than egg whites or supplements alone, even when the protein amounts were identical. Here's why that matters for your legs. Nerve recovery depends on choline, B vitamins, and minerals like selenium, all found in eggs in a naturally balanced ratio. Muscle activation isn't just about protein, it's about how protein works with fats, electrolytes, and water, something only whole foods deliver in harmony. And most importantly, real food reduces the risk of inflammation and oxidative stress, which are often worsened by ultra-processed powders and additives. Dr. Sanjay Gupta explains it best. The body doesn't need more protein. It needs smarter nutrition that the nervous system can actually use. And eggs aren't the only food that does this. In the next chapter, we'll explore a bonus leg-strengthening combo, a food pairing used in Mediterranean villages where people walk strong into their 90s. It's simple, delicious, and it works. You'll want to add this to your next meal. On a hillside in Ikaria, Greece, a place known as a blue zone where people routinely live past 90, you'll see something fascinating. Elderly men and women walking up steep paths with steady legs, strong posture, and zero signs of fragility. Their secret: it's not supplements, it's not the gym, it's a simple daily food combo: eggs plus olives. That's right. This pairing, often eaten for breakfast or a light dinner, delivers a 1-2 punch for leg strength. Eggs rebuild muscle fibers and nerve connections, as we've seen. Olives, specifically raw, brined, or extra virgin olive oil, provide oleocanthal, a natural anti-inflammatory compound shown to reduce muscle soreness and protect neurons from oxidative damage. But the magic lies in the synergy. Olive oil improves cell membrane health, which means that your nerves communicate more clearly and your muscle cells respond faster. Paired with the amino acids and choline from eggs, you get a recipe for faster recovery, better muscle tone, and improved mobility, even in aging bodies. A study published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that older adults who consumed monounsaturated fats, like those in olives, alongside protein retained 30% more muscle function over 12 months than those who didn't. Try this. Scramble 2 pasture-raised eggs in a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Top with a pinch of oregano and sea salt. Serve with a few brined olives and a slice of whole grain sourdough. Eat after a 15-minute walk or light bodyweight exercise. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's the kind of nutrition your body recognizes because it's been healing humans for thousands of years. But eating right is only half the battle. If you're not moving right, your legs won't respond. In the next chapter, we'll cover 2 5-minute exercises that activate leg strength, even if you're starting from zero. Let's go. You don't need a gym. You don't need machines. And no, you don't need to get in shape first. You just need 5 minutes right now, wherever you are. Because here's the truth. The body will respond when you activate the right systems, and the legs are built to fire when given the right stimulus. But after years of underuse or sitting, you need to wake up nerve pathways first, not just muscles. Dr. Sanjay Gupta recommends 2 simple movements, tested in both rehab and aging populations, that help reignite lower body strength safely and quickly. Move 1. Seated march with resistance. What it does, reactivates hip flexors, quads, and lower abdominal connection, critical for walking, stair climbing, and balance. How to do it? Sit on a sturdy chair. Tie a resistance band around your thighs, just above the knees. Slowly lift one knee toward your chest. Hold for 2 seconds. Lower. Alternate legs. Do 10 reps per leg. Rest. repeat once. Why it works? It retrains the brain-to-leg signal without requiring balance or standing. Within days, many feel stronger rising from chairs or walking upstairs. Move 2. Wall glute press. What it does, re-engages dormant glutes and hamstrings, the foundation of leg strength and fall prevention. How to do it? Stand facing a wall. Place hands on the wall for support. Extend one leg straight behind you, keeping it straight, and squeeze the glute. Hold for 3 seconds, return. Do 10 reps per leg. Repeat once. Why it works? Most leg weakness starts with glute inactivation. This simple press reawakens muscle fibers that stabilize the hips and knees. These moves take under 5 minutes and are especially effective when followed by the egg plus olive protocol you learned earlier. Coming up next, the one warning sign most people ignore, the signal that leg failure is near. You can't afford to miss this. It doesn't start with a fall or with pain or even with weakness. In fact, the first real sign that your legs are in trouble is something most people ignore or completely misunderstand. You stop trusting your legs. Think about it. You hesitate before stepping off a curb. You grip the railing when going downstairs, even though you never used to. You avoid kneeling, squatting, bending, or walking too far. You tell yourself you're just being careful, but deep down you feel it. Your legs might not catch you if something goes wrong. This is called pre-fall behavior, and it's one of the earliest indicators of neuromuscular degradation in the lower body. According to a 2020 report in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy, adults who experience this subconscious hesitation are 3 times more likely to suffer a serious fall within 18 months, even if they haven't fallen yet. Why? Because the body senses instability before it becomes obvious. And when the brain stops trusting your legs, it starts to change how you move. Shorter steps, slower reactions, overuse of upper body for balance, avoidance of normal daily tasks like carrying groceries, walking fast, or standing without support. This leads to faster deconditioning, muscle atrophy, and, eventually, the exact fall or injury you were afraid of. But here's the good news. If you've noticed any of these signs, you can reverse the pattern, fast. As you've learned, it starts with food. It builds with targeted movement. And it solidifies with retraining confidence through consistent nerve muscle activation. In the final chapter, Dr. Sanjay Gupta reveals the daily 3-step routine that helps people, even in their 70s and 80s, regain leg power, independence, and stability in under 30 days. Let's finish strong. It doesn't take hours in the gym. It doesn't require expensive supplements. And it doesn't matter how old you are. If you can breathe, you can start today. Here's the 3-step daily routine that Dr. Sanjay Gupta recommends for restoring lower body strength, nerve signaling, and movement confidence in just 30 days. This is what he's taught patients recovering from injuries, surgeries, even neurological issues. It's simple, it's proven, and it works. Step 1. Activate. Morning food, plus movement, 10 minutes. Start your day with a purpose. Eat 2 pasture-raised eggs within 30 minutes of waking, ideally scrambled in olive oil, with a few olives or greens on the side. Then do your 2-leg activator exercises, seated march plus wall glute press. Drink a full glass of water with a pinch of sea salt. Why it works? This primes the brain-muscle connection while fueling muscle protein synthesis and hydration before the day wears you down. Step 2. Stimulate. Midday, walk plus flex. Sometime between lunch and dinner, take a 15-minute walk, preferably outdoors. During the walk, do 2 rounds of standing knee lifts. Lift 1 knee at a time like you're stepping over an invisible box. Why it works? This reinforces gait stability and trains your legs to respond confidently to elevation and step height, a common fall risk. Step 3. Rewire. Evening reset. 5 minutes. Before bed, lie on your back. Press your heels into the floor, squeeze your glutes and lift your hips slightly. Hold for 10 seconds, repeat 5 times. Breathe deeply. Feel the connection between your back, glutes, and hamstrings. Why it works. This resets the neuromuscular system and tells your brain, my legs are strong, I'm safe. You don't need a transformation. You need momentum. Start today. Trust your body. Feed it what it needs. Move with intention. And remember, your legs aren't gone. They're just waiting for you to wake them back up. Subscribe for more science-backed ways to reclaim your strength. And share below. What's one leg habit you're starting today? Maybe you're thinking, this all sounds great, but I'm too far gone. You've lost so much leg strength that even standing feels shaky. Maybe you've already had a fall. Maybe walking across a room feels like a marathon. If that's you, don't panic. You can still come back. In fact, the body is remarkably responsive to targeted low-impact stimulation, even after long periods of weakness. Neurologists call it neuroplasticity through movement. That means every time you move with intention, even just a little, you're rewiring strength back into your legs. A 2021 study in the Journal of Physical Therapy Science found that seniors with severe mobility loss improved leg strength by over 50% in 6 weeks, using only chair-based resistance bands and seated marching drills. Here's what to do right now if standing exercises are too difficult. Sit in a sturdy chair. With feet flat, press your heels into the ground and squeeze your thighs for 5 seconds. Rest. Repeat 10 times, then lift one foot slightly off the floor, hold 5 seconds, alternate. Finally, grip the sides of the chair and gently push down with your hands as if trying to lift your body. Feel your core and legs engage. Do this daily. Combine it with eggs and hydration. Track your confidence, not just your steps, and don't give up. Progress is measured in seconds, not miles. Every small win, one stronger step, one steadier rise from a chair, is a message to your brain. We're coming back, and you are, stronger, day by day.